Hey guys, Rex here, and welcome back to the SMB server. Now, it has been quite a while since the last episode, and I apologize for that. I'm going to try and get episodes out as quickly as I can, even if I have to scrap a little bit of quality for that. But yeah, like I said, lots of stuff has been happening, as you might imagine. You can already see that this place is looking very, very different from how it did in my last video. But first things first, we have actually invited 2 new members to the SMB server. So welcome, Zintac and the Duke Minecraft. And they have already been getting to work and building lots of things. Zintac has already built this path here with the trees and the lamps. Duke has built this scoreboard here. It is looking really fantastic. He's also built quite a few other things. We have Duke on our team, and Zintac is on the gold team. Now, you also may notice that the scores have changed, obviously, since my last video, since it's been a few weeks. So the score is now 3-1 for the blue team. So the first week, we did the diamond challenge, bring a diamond back to spawn, and as you saw in my last episode, we won that one. And then the next week, which was the first Tuesday of the month, and every time there's every first Tuesday of the month, the SMBers do PvP with the viewers of the stream. And so we did that, but we also made it a competition. And our team also won that, so it was 2-0. And then the next week was ABBA caving, and since the teams were imbalanced, we had to take an average score. We also won that. Most of this is all thanks to Mobbin. He got the diamond. He apparently did really well in the PvP. And actually, no, Mobbin and Skiz were doing the ABBA caving. So, yeah. So we got a point for the ABBA caving. And then yesterday actually, the gold team got their first point because we played Impulse's new minigame that I'm going to show you in a couple minutes. And they won sort of because Impulse had already had lots of practice with it. Once again, we took an average score from because the teams were imbalanced. Not that that really matters in this case, we just took an average score. I'm not sure whether we should take an average or a median in the future, but yeah. But Impulse had already had a little bit of practice since he made the game, and that's going to be a little bit of a rule where if you make the minigame that we play, you get that little advantage of have played it before. So I'm going to head over here and let's look at the new minigame that Impulse has made for us. Alright, we are here, and it's sort of half taken apart, I think. Oh, no, never mind. Because I was reworking some of the note blocks, but it looks like some people already did that. So I think we can play this game just now, just to show you what it is. It's called Derailed. You would have seen it in the stream if you watched that. So basically, you take a bow and you take a stack of arrows. So I'm just gonna. It doesn't really matter how much I have right now. And then hopefully it's a working condition right now. But you push the start game button, and then minecarts are going to come at random, and then you have to shoot them. And the thing is, there's a considerable delay, like lag, in between when you shoot it and when the minecart actually breaks. It's a bit spazzy. You'll see in a few seconds. I'm going to play it. Alright, here we go. Yes, our team won, or lost, pretty badly in this game. Alright, let's see if we can do this. Yeah, I'm not very good. Okay. See, I didn't even see that coming. Did not see that one coming either. There. Oh, hello, Duke. Come on. Give me more. Yeah, they come at random, and then it depends how lucky you are. If you're lucky, you'll get a lot of carts, and if you're not lucky, you won't get very many. As you can see, I'm pretty terrible at this. I did way better last night. Come on. There we go, got one. See, there's a huge delay. Ugh. I think I got that one. There we go, got that one. See, you have to shoot like way in advance. Oh, that was a terrible shot. Ah, see, when you get two like that, I barely noticed. Oh, that was too far in advance. Bam. Nope. I think the game's gonna end soon. Originally, Impulse had note blocks playing when the game ends, but nobody could hear them because he put them at the back for some reason. So I ran a wire out in the stream that would shoot you with a dispenser when the game is over, and it was quite funny. Yeah, I'm not very good at this, am I? Oh, no, did not see that one coming. I think it might be over. So this up here is the score counter. The top is the ones digit and the bottom is the tens digit. And it's very rare that someone actually gets ones in the tens digit. Impulse actually, when he was demonstrating the game, he got 21. And then the second highest that anyone got when they were actually playing, or the highest that anyone got when we were actually playing for real, was 13, and that was Impulse. And the second highest was Mobbin, who got 9. And I think the third highest was me, who got 7. But as you can see, I got 4. It's pretty terrible, because you did see there's a considerable delay. You have to shoot really far in advance, and then you can press this button to reset the score. And then it flashes all weirdly because it uses hoppers, and reset back to 0. So that is Impulse's new mini-game called Derailed, and we had a lot of fun playing it last night. Alright, next I thought I'd show you this. This is a little Nether Hub donation supplies toilet that Duke set up, because Duke actually made a video, I'll put a link in the description, to his design for a Nether Hub that he thought we should use here on SMP. So we just thought, this guy, he's been watching the stream for a long time, and he built this it is amazing, this Nether Hub. So you should definitely go check out the video, and we thought it would be nice if he could come on and build it. So he is now a member. He's going to build that Nether Hub, but he needs lots of supplies for it. So if we actually sit on the toilet here, and then we push the button, we can actually, oh, that didn't work. If we stand on the toilet here, and then we, come on. It's mocking me. We stand on the toilet. Okay, anyways, it's supposed to flush you down the toilet. And I can't seem to get down. I'm gonna break this andesite here. Okay. Having issues. Okay, that goes there. There's a little donation thing where you can put resources. Obviously, nobody has really donated much. He needs lots of pumpkins, though, for his, he likes using pumpkins. Like, there's pumpkins everywhere he goes. Everywhere Duke goes, there are pumpkins. And then you step here to get out of the bowels of the toilet, and it's becoming night, so I'm gonna go sleep. Why is our beacon? Yeah, so we do have quite a bit of beacons now. Impulse did let a wither loose once on the stream, and it was complete chaos. Is there anyone else up? No. It was complete chaos, and yeah, people all tried to kill the wither and kept dying, and they were being really disorganized. I wasn't there, so it was really disorganized, and they didn't manage to kill it until, like, a lot of time had passed. But yeah, over here we finally have an iron farm. Impulse actually set up a spitter, an item spitter, that the same sort of thing that the Iron Titan has and the Iron Foundry. And what that does, it will keep the villages loaded when nobody's on the server, so it will produce iron all the time. So it will load all the spawn chunks, so it will load our iron farm as well. So as you can see, we have quite a bit of iron. This is just the stuff that's not being converted to blocks. Yeah, that's the iron farm. Next, I'm going to be showing you some stuff that Mobbin has been working on. If you saw his skeleton farm, he built that in his first episode. And then here we have a slime farm that I'm not sure how you get to. I think you have to go over here. There it is, this little hole right here. And then you can go down. And then when we round the bend, you'll be able to see it. Okay. This is Mobbin's slime farm, and it is super efficient. There are lots of slimes dying in this. There's some cactus down there so that they die. Duke built the platforms. They're looking pretty fancy, even though they don't really need to be. And there's lots of them. So this is like 2 slime chunks right beside each other, and we've got some skylights in here. We dug a bunch of skylights, and then like a couple days later they announced that they're removing void fog. So that was a bit frustrating, but that's the slime farm. We're getting a lot of slime from that, but you might be wondering what we are doing with the slime. And I'm about to show you right now, and hopefully Malvin will have his video released by the time I release mine, which will probably happen. So I'm going to show it in this video. Yes, he has... Oh my goodness, this is looking fantastic. There is a sugarcane farm right here, as you can see, and it's walled off. As you can see, guess who built this wall with the dark oak and the stone bricks and the cobblestone and the pumpkins? Duke. I'm not saying the pumpkins are bad. I'm just saying he just uses them everywhere he goes. Oop, that's not... I think we have haste. There we go. So if we just go up here, this is what he wanted to use them for. He obviously doesn't need as many as we have, but this is a harvester thing. So I'm gonna go to the other side. He's gonna make it fully automatic, so nobody has to come in here to harvest, to press a button or anything to harvest the sugar cane, because he doesn't want anyone in there because of what he's doing. If the water inside gets updated, it will update all the rest of the water and wipe out all of the minecart rails underneath. So all these are going to be water, the clay, and then it will wipe out all the rails underneath. But I can show you this. It is a slime block harvester. So where's the button? Is somewhere around here. I may break it, but I hope that doesn't happen. So you push the button, and the thing takes off, and it will go across and harvest all the sugarcane. Let's move over to the other side. We can watch it there. It moves across the whole thing. Let's quickly mine this so we can run across, so maybe we can catch a glimpse. Yeah, it goes across. Oh, lag. Let's go back up here. And then go to this station, and then a little while later it will be sent back. So when it stops here, it will be sent back like this, and it will go all the way back. And that will harvest the sugar cane, and then you might be wondering, what are we doing with the sugar cane? And let's go take a look at that. You probably saw it a little earlier. So over here, we now have a bunch of villagers that are all messy and disorganized and in a box and going all over the place, and occasionally a zombie gets in there somehow and kills all the villagers. So here they are. They are going all over the place. So yeah, we can trade it to the villagers, some paper here, to get lots and lots of emeralds, and then with that we can get some diamond tools and things like that. We can get redstone, lapis, a bunch of I think we can get glowstone and stuff from these villagers, and obviously there's a lot in there. There's not supposed to be, but sometimes they don't run into the little hole down there when they're baby villagers. I think they changed the AI, and now they all grow up in there and it gets all full. So that is pretty much all that we've been doing. We've got a couple farms in places and stuff, but you might notice one thing. The other team has their pretty looking castle, and everything is all organized. And this is all messy. We have a shack. We have a shack here with a weird entrance and a messy storage room that has no organization whatsoever. Well, maybe a little bit. So our base is just sucking right now, and we are about to fix that. So over the past couple weeks, we have been working on a giant project, and I'm about to look up, and you're about to see it. There we go. Let me turn up my render distance. 16. It's the maximum I can go here. So this this is our ship. And I actually designed this ship myself. It's not done, obviously. The framework is not done. I designed this myself, and it is going to be our team's base on the SMB server. And it may look slightly small, but I'm about to go up there, and you're about to see that that's not true. I'm thinking of calling it the glaive. And if you don't know what a glaive is, it's like a weapon that's like, imagine a quarterstaff with a single-edged blade on the end. That's what a glaive is. I like naming ships and stuff after like weapons, like medieval weapons and such. But this is how you get up there. We will add some advanced security systems, possibly in this episode. And this is how big it is. This is an engine, obviously. It is stinking huge. And you can actually shoot people who are at spawn from the top of this thing, like with a bow. And I've fallen off so many times trying to build this. I haven't been the only one building this. I've built a bunch of it, and Mobbin has built a bunch of it. He's been copying me because I've got some templates that I made in paint.net. But yeah, this is our ship. It is going to be our home. There's plenty of room inside for farms and living quarters and engineering, and the bridge is going to be up there, but we haven't built the bridge yet. And yeah, look at this. It is amazing. Now obviously we're not done. We're just going to be working on it on and off the hull. But today we are going to be working on the interior. Because we need to get started on that. I am so sick of having a messy storage room here. So today we are going to be working on the ship and on the interior. So I'm going to get a couple things together and then let's get started. But before we start, I want to show you one thing. And hopefully I don't die in the process. There we go. If you have not tried the new Depth Strider enchantment, it is so cool. You move so fast in water. Like, you think this is fast, and then when you step on like a one deep thing of water, you can move like, you have like speed 1 in water, and then if you've got actual speed, you move super fast. So it's actually faster to move in water, I think, than not in water. And it is an awesome enchantment. I love it. I am up here in the ship, and I'm ready to start the project for today. Well, almost ready. Of course, I don't have all the resources. I just got most of them. But today, we are going to be building an item storage hall with an item sorter, with a giant item sorter that sorts out most of the items in the game. Now, I was talking with Duke and Mobbin about the storage room, because we all know that we're sick of the one down there. And we decided that it would be cool to have an item sorter. So we are going to be building, well, I'm going to be building a Zipkrowd-style item sorter in a storage room here, where we can access all our items. And it's my own custom design. It's generally lag-free. It only lags a little bit when it's actually sorting the items, and that's a very, very minimal amount. Would be barely noticeable. And then, yes, I may put out a tutorial for this design at some point. But at this length, it's 24 blocks long. There's 8 chests, 8 different items per slice. It's going to be able to sort out a total of 200 different item types. And then at the end here, or on this end, we're going to have some bulk storage. And then on the opposite end from the bulk storage, we're probably going to have some the stuff that it doesn't get sorted, that it does not go in the bulk storage, so like the unstackable items and stuff. So this is going to be a huge improvement over our other storage room. And as you can see here, oh, this is where I just dumped my stuff. We have lots and lots of resources ready for this. I didn't actually bring the wool. I probably should have brought that to build on. This is about a third of the wood that I need. I need a full double chest of logs just for this. And iron is no problem. We've got an iron farm. And it is producing lots of iron. So, I think I'll get started and I'll build just a couple slices just so you can see what it's going to be like. And I'll get back to you when I'm done. Actually, one more thing I forgot to mention before I get started on those couple little slices up there is that we're actually going to have a little hub here where there's a portal to get into the ship. As well, we're going to have a slime block elevator that's going to be awesome. It's just going to go up and down so you can get up, or you can take the nether, which will probably be faster, but probably less cool. But we're also going to have a little hub here where we can also dump our items down on the ground. We can dump them in the little hub on the ground, and then they'll automatically be transported into the nether and then back into the overworld up in the ship and automatically be sorted. So we can be down here. We don't have to even go up there, and we get all of our items sorted into the chests up there. And yeah, like I said, we don't even have to leave the ground. Alright, so we are here, and Mobbin is about to demonstrate his mob farm. We're about to do the first test, and when he pushes that button over there, this is going to harvest all the sugarcane. So here it goes. Let's take a look from up here. And it is harvesting all the sugarcane, and it goes across. We're going to do this all automatically later. It's going to be on a timer, and then it's going to just automatically go once in a while. Miss some over here. Alright, and then it's going to automatically come back, I think. I'm going to see if the minecarts are turned on, so I'm going to turn those on, and then those will suck up all the sugar canes. So those are going to automatically turn on as well when the machine goes across, and then yeah, so they came, let's see, we should see them coming back now, and they sucked up all the sugarcane, and it's coming back, and we should see lots and lots of sugarcane flooding into here. Yeah, it is just flowing in. There's probably a huge backup. See if we can go here and look at this one. Yeah, it's getting backed up. Look at that. Look at that. It's not getting backed up. But it doesn't really matter in this case because it can just go as slow as it wants, because this is only going to harvest every once in a while. So it doesn't really matter if it gets backed up. But yeah, that is Mobbin's new farm. It's almost done, and it is looking really great right now, and it's going to provide us with plenty of sugarcane for all of our needs, like villager trading, and if we need it for anything else, like brewing or making books, then that's what we're going to use it for. So yeah, thanks Mobbin for building this. It's going to be really helpful, and I think it is looking pretty awesome. Alright, so I have now finished 2 slices of 1/2 of the storage room, and it might look big and resource heavy right now, and it is big and resource heavy. That's how it is. Each layer has 2 double chests of storage plus some hoppers, except for this layer here, which has an extra chest, and that one has 2 extra chests just because I needed them to put the tube down, and I could have used a hopper, but that would use more iron. Also, this design has overflow protection built in so that if a chest becomes too full, the items will just continue down the line. Now, that is something I actually want to avoid in my the one I'm going to build in my Let's Play, which I think is going to be slightly different. I might want to change it, I might not. Where the overflow goes down one hopper tube and the stuff that doesn't get sorted goes down a different tube, because if those, like the overflow, usually you want to just throw it away, burn it or something, and then the stuff that doesn't go through, you obviously want it to go somewhere else. And this is actually a very, very dangerous job here, building this above the land there, because, I don't know if you know this, let's see if we can get some, I do not have any. I'll just show you here. Chests, you can actually shift. If you're holding shift, you can walk off the edge of chests, regardless of whether or not there's a block immediately under it. For example, like half slabs, you can shift off the edge, but that's only if there's a block there. Like a block one down from it so that you won't fall. Well, chests, you can just shift off the edge all the time. So I can just walk right off the edge here. And yeah, that actually happened to me once. And I fell down, and I actually survived somehow. I don't remember how. Once I fell down, and I died because of, like, I just dived into the water, and I died from fall damage, and I have no idea why. And what else was I going to say? Once, I have this bad habit of shooting myself, just taking my bow and shooting myself with it like that. And basically what I did once by accident is I don't know why, but I shot myself when I was standing up there, and then I fell down, and then I started freaking out because I thought I was gonna die, and then I realized I had my water bottle or my water bucket on my hotbar, and at the very last second I switched to it and put it on the ground and somehow didn't die. So that was amazing. But anyways, I'm gonna continue working on this, and I'll get back to you when I've done a bit more, or maybe done the whole thing. Okay, quickly, one more thing I wanted to add is that this quartz, these pillar quartz, and the stairs are obviously so I can open the chest. I don't know if I'm going to be keeping the quartz. Right now it's just temporary because I don't know what the other team members want this room to look like. We can make it really whatever we want. So for the rest of it, I don't know what I'm going to do actually. I should probably consult them first because this will be a pain to place afterwards if the whole thing is finished. So I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to see what we should put there, and then I'll just be using that for the rest. As well, I've finally gotten all the rest of the wood here, and Zintac helped me with that. So he gathered most of this wood, 4 rows of a double chest, and I paid him in andesite because he was needing a lot of that for a project. So thank you for that, Zintac. And now we finally have all the resources we need, except for we're going to need some more stuff, like we're going to need more redstone. We might not need more redstone, but we're going to need more, like, to craft more repeaters and torches and comparators and stuff. So yeah, I think that's it. Let's get started. Alright, look at this monstrosity. Look at that. That is so cool looking. Even the redstone looks cool. Let's just go take a look at that just because. Up here. Look at all that. It looks so cool. Yeah. Looks so cool when it's all tiled like that. I actually just recorded this whole clip and I realized I forgot to revert my settings back from that time lapse you just saw. Because when I record a time lapse, I lower the frame rate of the recording and I change the audio settings and stuff, and yeah, now I have to do it all over again. But anyways, I thought that instead of watching me build the other side, which is exactly the same as this side, I thought that you might want to see me test the thing instead. And I'm sure you all like that. Now, I have a bunch of items in here that are just random items that aren't going to stay there. And they're all just normal stackable items except for snowballs. Snowballs are stackable up to 16. And then I'm going to show you first how we put an item in this thing. So here I'm going to put some quartz. Oops. Ah, no, just lost the item frame. Phooey. Good thing I have 2 more in here. And just there. Okay, let's put this back. There. Okay. Item frame. And quartz. There. Now, we don't have to put an item frame at all, but that's just to tell us what's in the chest. Now, when we're actually doing it, I think what we might want to do to reduce lag is, instead of having these pillars here, for the solid blocks, we can just put the block there, and then you can't do it for these ones, because otherwise you can't open the chest. But I think that would work for... It wouldn't look as good, but it would cause a lot less lag, and I don't know... It depends about people's PCs. If they can all support then 200 item frames, then that's fine. But if they can't, then that would not be good. But it would be fine for people on the ground, because if they look up the item frames if they look up at the ship, they would be too far away and the item frames wouldn't render. But I'm blabbering, so let's get on with this thing. So we're gonna go behind here, and then this sorter. Say hi to Impulse. This sorter here, these are the different sorters. There's one little cubby here that you can go to, one up there, and then 2 more at the very top. Now, to load our item in, all we do is put 2 of the item in the first slot, or 1 if it stacks to 16, like a snowball, and then we take these threshold snowballs. I've renamed them threshold snowballs so that they don't get confused with normal snowballs. And then we put them in, 4 of them in, and then we put 1 in like that. And you just put the 4 if you are doing an item that stacks to 16. So here I have the sorter that sorts out snowballs, and here I put 1 snowball and 4 threshold snowballs. Okay, so now we can test it. Oh, poor Golem. Impulse's Golem is dead. Anyways, what was I going to say? So these hoppers are going to carry the items along top here, and then if they find the right hopper underneath, they're going to be sucked out. And I might use water streams later, if that would work, because that would cost less lag probably than hoppers. And if I'm going to use hoppers, then a way to actually reduce the lag is to put a tile entity on top. In one of Impulse's video, he said you just have to put any block on top, but that's not true. You have to put a tile entity on top, because when you put it, it doesn't have to be a tile entity, it has to be a container, like a chest. So if you put a container on top, the game basically says, I don't need, or the hopper basically says, okay, I have a chest on top of me, and so I'm going to be taking items out of the chest, don't need to check and see if there's any item entities above the hoppers. So that greatly reduces the amount of lag. Anyways, I have all these items in my inventory now, so let's actually test this to see if it works. So in the bottom row, we have snowballs, stone, clay, and quartz. Let's see if we can do this. They can last forever, killing witches. Smiley face. And then, okay, so let's put the items in. Let's put some quartz, let's put some stone, let's put some clay, and let's put our snowballs in there. And then we should hear some pistons firing. And then we got snowballs, stone, clay, and quartz, and that was really fast actually. Did you see how fast that all got sorted? That's actually faster than I thought it was. But anyways, that's how it works. Now let's go to test the rest of the rows, because we want to test the different rows. We don't have to test all of the different ones. We have to test the different rows to make sure they work. Because if they don't work, I don't want to go building the whole other side before I realize that it doesn't work. Because I haven't thoroughly tested this in single player. But the next one... Oh! Okay, where was I? I think I was going to test the next couple rows. Let's put a piece of dirt here so we don't do that again. Oh yes, we have to go up to do the next row. So the next row is trap chest, iron block, wood. So let's do that. Let's just shove some in here. Iron block, trap chest, iron ingot, and wood. See if that works. So trap chest, iron ingot, iron block, wood. Worked nicely. One thing is though, at any given time, each sorter will have one item that's sort of backed up in the system, which is not really a problem because there's only going to be one at any given time, and sometimes two for some of the different layers. But that's going to be a pain in this case because I'm going to have to dig them out because this is just temporary placement of items. So I'm going to have to go back in and dig them out. Okay, let's do the third row now. So comparator, sticky piston, hopper, chest. The third row is on top, up here. So let's do this. Comparator, sticky piston, hopper, chest, and the fourth row is redstone block, redstone repeater, and redstone torch, but I don't have any of those. So let's go down here. So we should have comparator, sticky piston, hopper, chest. Am I missing something? Thought I had more chests than that. How many did I put in there? Oh no, this is the wrong one. Let's go back up and see if something funny happened. They got stuck in there. Oh, that's just because I'm not feeding them in properly. If I threw them in one at a time here, then it would work. Or if I used another hopper to push them into that hopper, then it would work. So that's not really a problem with this system. It's just the way I'm temporarily hooking it up. Alright, so chests. There might be some more items that are backed up like that, but alright, in the top row, we can actually access from here. We can access from any level except for this level and that level. So the cyan, if you're on the cyan wool here, or on the half slabs, you can access these chests. Like that. So you got our repeaters, nothing, redstone dust, and redstone blocks. So it looks like our system works. So we now have a fancy new storage room for our blue team on the SMB server. And I'm going to build the other side sometime later. I've got a couple ideas for some new videos and some new series maybe that I might want to work on first. But yeah, I also might put some half slabs in there or something to sort of cover it up a little bit. And yeah, that is the sorter. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, a like would be much appreciated. And follow me on Twitter at NanoRexMC if you want to get more updates from me. But thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Rex out.